I am a guy that I'm trying to figure it out. I'm not like I'm billionaire in the making. Every night I tell my wife, we're about to make it. We're gonna make it. We're getting closer, right? I'm putting the wood on the fire. It's about to become a bonfire. So I don't think I've made it by any means because I'm measuring against my potential. So I'm looking at what I think I can do. I'm looking at what I've seen other people do. Like it's inspirational to me, and I have not figured it out. Now, that being said, I take really strong positions on what I think I'm right about. I'm not trying to convince other people. I'm just like, this is what I do. I know, I have to know I'm right. 25 to 45 years old. I was broke at 25. At 45, I was worth probably, I don't know, I mean, I was worth 10 or 15 million bucks. I started getting comfortable. I started getting seduced by the idea that I had done more than other people. You know, my mom said, oh my God, you've done so good. You know, people, oh, you've done so good. And I started buying the freaking, the pitch. So what happens is on this planet, if anybody that's out there that gets comfortable, you will always be punished for being comfortable. The entire middle class in America should have had their massive wake-up call in 2008 and 2009. I don't know if it's God, some spiritual law, or whatever. Somebody came down with a finger and said, hey, you rested, you got comfortable, let me show you what I can, and they just pulled the rug out, right? So I watched all this wealth that I'd spent 20 years creating, just like go out with the tide. When I got married and started having kids, that's when I was like, hey, you need to get your freaking act here on point. And so like I'm in beast mode every day, trying to reach for what I can do, not what I have done. Well, the only one I worry about is getting caught up in the I'm doing better than everybody else. Yeah. That's the one I worry about. That's the destructive one, okay? I'm not talking about, I'm not worried about being 25 and broke again. I'm worried about the middle place. Dude, the middle class is the most hypnotized group of people in the world. You know, it's the people that are safe that are most at risk. The people that are at risk know they're at risk. The people that are safe are the ones that are like, don't understand, hey man, something bad is going to happen to you, right? Bad things happen to good people every day. Now, we don't know what it's going to be. It's going to be a cyber attack, shuts down the stores, shuts down the internet. You can't transact. You can't do business. You can't use a credit card. You can't, like, you're going to look around and say, I can't take care of my family, man. So I don't want that to happen to me. So I don't compare myself to guys that are, I know billionaires. I don't compare myself to them. I want to get with those guys, share my ideas, and they're always the ones that say, you can do it. There's three things people don't know about money. They don't know how to make it, they don't know how to keep it, and they definitely don't know, number three, how to multiply it. The money I don't have today, you have. Somebody else has the money. Who's got my money? This should be your battle cry. So with social media, I'm not looking to get money from someone. I'm looking to get their attention. Attention precedes the ability to get the money. You don't just get money. You got to get attention first, right? So you walk into a store, you're walking into Whole Foods, or you're walking into Publix or Safeway or wherever you walked into, right? You went in there for prunes, and you're walking out with Corona. They got your attention. The Corona got your attention. You didn't go there for that. So you have to grab somebody's attention. It's like a connection. You're not going to keep it. It's not a relationship you're going to have forever. It's a distribution channel. It's a road, right? I grew up in Louisiana. Look, you got to get somewhere. The roads can be muddy. You might need a canoe. You might need the bayou, you might need the lake, you might need a highway, right? Whatever road is necessary. So for me, the problem with social media is people are becoming so dependent upon it. They don't know how to pick up the phone and call somebody. They don't know how to talk to anybody. They're becoming so dependent upon one thing. Now, if you watch the way I operate, I use everything, dude, like it's free, right? I use California. I don't live here anymore. I lived here for 25 years. Now I'm just going to come use it. I'm just going to abuse the state, all their resources, come in, consume everything beautiful about the state, and then I'm going to leave. So same thing about YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat. I want to use those channels, put communication on them, get attention, okay? Communicate back and forth with those people. I mean, I think the bigger impact was my dad died when I was 10. That was a huge, like, you know, when you look up to this guy that's going to provide you with what you think is the road to success, you know, who's going to give me the guidelines to get off the sidelines? And I thought my dad was, and then gone. My parents my dad had made it into the middle class It's probably one of the reasons I'm so like energized about the middle class myth. He had made it, and then when he died, I watched my mom in terror, financial terror every day. By the time I'm 16, I was so angry that I told my mom, I said, one day I'm gonna get rich. I think there was this thing, this grind going on. I'm gonna get rich one day. I'm gonna get so freaking rich that I can help other people. Because really what I wanted was I wanted somebody to help me. I went to college, man, to get the map. But there was no map. There was no mentor. There was no teacher. There was no educator. It was all just literally, without offending anybody that's going to school, it was all a waste of time. When I told my mom I'm gonna get rich one day, don't know how though, life went straight downhill. From 16 to 25, I was doing drugs every day. I'm doing drugs every single day. So I'm 25, I get off of drugs, and I look up and I say, man, I gotta get my game together here. And I was in a sales job at the time, but when I was 25, I just made a real commitment. I'm gonna become a master at this thing that I hate, by the way. Dude, I didn't have any choices. Nobody was hiring. There was nothing else I could do. I looked around, I don't wanna use drugs anymore. And I'm like, I'm just gonna focus on this one thing I hate. And that is one thing that I will give myself a pat on the back for. Like, if you can put your ego aside, you know, when you want to turn your life around, put your ego aside and say, hey, I got this one thing in front of me. I don't even like it. If you can learn to get great at something you hate, I guarantee you will have greatness in your lifetime. I try to beat the sun up. Sun comes up over that mountain right there, so I try to wake up before it does. And my vitamin is the future, right? So I live on a future. And then I try to get a workout in every morning, something. I try to get my body working. I believe that if I can control when I wake up and my body, the use of my body, if I can control the 5'8", then I have some chance of controlling 3 feet in front of me. You know, just be yourself, you know? I mean, I don't do it with, there's a lot of ways to do it. All you gotta do is go to Instagram and see how people are doing it. Guys are in the gym lifting weights. Another guy's showing his Lambos. Now we gotta go back and say, well, how does somebody define success? I don't personally define success, followers or likes, but I mean, without money. Yeah. So if money doesn't come with it, I mean, no offense to anybody. I know a lot of people will hate this comment, but if money doesn't come with it, I don't personally count it as successful, okay? Now, I have 2 beautiful kids, beautiful wife. I mean, they're awesome, right? But if you said to me, could you be successful with just a beautiful wife that you love and 2 beautiful kids? I'd be like, no, that'd be stupid. Why would I want to settle for just a wife and 2 beautiful kids? I want the whole package. So for me, like, if you're on social media and you're not making money, you're doing something wrong. Like if you have a bunch of followers and you're not making money, well, then you're doing something wrong, right? If you have a great product and nobody's buying it, then you're doing something wrong. Money should show up right away at the bank. If you're going to events, to a motivational event, and you're coming back and on Wednesday you're not making money, you could be getting the wrong data.